50 years ago, there was a lot of emphasis put on Black people to get into elected office, electoral politics, that was going to be the key. 50 years later, we see that even with Black mayors, Black council people, Black state's attorney, Black comptrollers, and all of that, the condition of Black people in your major cities has not improved, and in some cases, it has gone backwards. My point is, we are at a very, very critical point where there's enough brilliance, enough insight in the city of Baltimore, just in Baltimore City alone, where we can push to institutionalize a lot of this. The sad part would be for us to have these great ideas and then someone isn't assigned to really put it on the next administration. We have one of these like special moments that in the midst of all of this calls for change, we're literally about to get a leadership change in Baltimore City. What is going to be the demand that we placed on the next administration coming in December? How do we institutionalize public health policies, public health practices? How do we institutionalize policing practices? How do we make sure that there are policies and other ways that will bring about sustainable and tangible change during the next couple of years versus symbolic change? I believe that if we start to look at, okay, let's think institutionally. If we have the Baltimore City Health Department, the Baltimore City Health Department cannot address the health concerns and needs of all of Baltimore. For those who work in the healthcare field, there should be various things that we can do to assist the health department to make sure that they get the proper resources, they're making the connections. Nika talked about the messaging. If the messaging is wrong for the health department, then who can we rely on from within the community that can help the health department, and more importantly, that can engage with the people on a much, much more fundamental level than the health department can be in those spaces that the health department is not in. And I think I heard this from former Mayor Sheila Dixon, and it kind of rung true for what I'm seeing now. In 2020, if we are still looking to the government to be the end all, be all, the source, the salvation of changing the condition of our community or our city, we are going to be disappointed for the next 4 years. But if she made this point, she said that she believes that we are at a place where people need to want to be partners with their government. We should become partners with our government. Whoever you voted for is not even an issue at this point. It's like, if you say you truly love Baltimore, or you truly love Black people, or you truly love wanting to get all people of this great city up and running, then you should be putting yourself in a position, your organization, your community group, to serve as a partner. You got children, we got children, small children coming up. Can you imagine in the next 20 to 25 years, we still having the same conversation? I mean, in Baltimore City, like, man, we need to do something about this violence. Man, we need to do something about policing. Man, we need to do something about public health. In 20 to 25 years. And if we don't take this opportunity right now, which is a critical opportunity, leadership change, we have the movement that has the energy, the momentum right now that we can call for some very, very sustainable change. We certainly got the brilliance, we got the resources. I mean, cities across this country are trying to figure out how to address all of this racial justice issue. Let's figure it out. How do we institutionalize equity? How do we institutionalize justice? How do we institutionalize bringing people together from all walks of life to create a better city? Baltimore can be the model. We're on that track right now. People thought that because we went through Freddie Gray, we was about to burn the city up with George Floyd. We're on the track right now. But we can't fall asleep. This is the perfect time for citizen activism if there weren't any other time.